beautiful Gemini astrology friends, and welcome to your horoscope for February of 2021, where Gemini this month, the ninth house is a house of passion. It is a house of power this month. It is fully loaded. We start out the month with a stellium of energy in this sign. So I'm telling you, those publishing, marketing, broadcasting, speaking different languages, moving abroad, higher education, philosophy kind of things that you've got going on are absolutely going to be taking root and shape this month. And by the time we're closing out this month, then you'll start to move into this career peak of the 10th house. So it's an absolutely beautiful month ahead. The energies are vibrant and here at your fingertips to use. Now, before we jump in and talk about the forecast, the eat and greets will still be going on. And right now on my website, you can check out this very cool calendar I have to show you when everybody's coming, their bios, what the topics are, the times that they'll be here. So check it out on my homepage at stormiegrace.com. Of course, you can check the link in the description box down below. As well, I hope you are taking advantage of the winter solstice appointments. They are first come, first serve, but grab your spot. Let's talk about what's coming up in 2021 for you. All of that's in the description box down below. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. Please hit that notification bell so that as things are going on, we're having live events, you're getting the notifications ASAP. All right, Gemini, let's get in here. So right at the beginning of the month, as we come in, one of the things we want to keep in mind is that your ruling planet Mercury is still retrograde. Now, he's retrograde. So when the ruling planet is retrograde, we're looking backwards, but it also brings a little bit of a pull on the energy. It can make you feel like you're a little bit less self-confident than normally you would be. And that's okay, because even though Mercury is retrograde as we come into the month, you're going to see that coming in right away, he's buried in a stellium of energy where all of the other planets are forward. So they're all forward facing. So Mercury here is just turning our heads and our minds and our communication back. But ultimately, the pull for forward moving energy is still available. As well, Mars, our energy of action and movement and how we're actually getting things done, is still in the energy of Taurus, which means that Mars is still moving slow and steady. So you've got this combination of the ruling planet retrograde, Mars, our action energy, slowed down as well. So this is a month where it is steady motion, action, and decision making. But I will tell you that with all of that going on, because the planets are forward moving except for Mercury, it's a busy month. It is a swift, quick moving month. So definitely be prepared to be making some moves and having those conversations, okay? On the first, we see Venus moving into the energy of Aquarius. This is where we light up this ninth house space with Venus's presence. But Venus is not the only one here. We've got the Sun, we've got Mercury, we've got Jupiter, we've got Saturn. They're all here for 2 weeks in the energy of your ninth house. Now, Venus is going to magnetize this area. She's going to bring love. She's going to bring affection. She's going to bring a beauty to this area of your chart. So let's say you have that book that you put out and it's time to promote that thing, or maybe you want to create the YouTube channel. You want to study or teach something at the level of higher education. This packed stellium of energy is like beaming. It's like a heartbeat moving through the ninth house area of your chart. So take advantage of that. This is actually very, very good for travel, and that is an interesting word right now in pandemic times, right? Because travel at this particular time can be that you travel a message, or you have a pen pal. Are those still a thing? Anything like that that allows you to move your message and your voice from one place that you are to another, down to physically getting on a plane and making some travel. Now, for some of you, I am seeing that there is a conversation about something legal that is on your table, and this would be more about being in the heat of the legal situation. This is not the beginning, it's not necessarily the end, but this is like some heat behind something legal that's going on. So you've got Mercury retrograde. Review your facts, review your details, make sure you're going to be to your sessions, your appointments on time, especially because that Mercury is retrograde, okay? Now, if you have a chart that has high fixed sign placements or energies, if that's your quality that is really strong in your chart, I want you to pay attention, because this stellium of energy is giving you a boost to a high fixed placement chart. Now, for everybody, look at your fixed sign placements and you're going to see a boost of energy. Venus is going to be giving some love there, but if you have a high fixed chart. I really want you to pay attention to that because this is a benefic kind of area. The ninth house is a house of benefit. Venus and Jupiter are in this benefic house, so this is really good stuff available for you. Now we're going to amplify that energy on the 11th when we move a new moon into the energy of Aquarius. The new moon says we need to plant our seeds of intention here, but we plant in the dark. Right? We plant and we have to use our instincts. We have to use our intuition because you can't see. You're literally planting in the garden of magic. So in your ninth house, what are you asking for a fresh start about? What are you asking for fresh perspective on? Where are you asking to take yourself to distant lands and travel, or that higher learning experience, that experience of a new philosophy to guide your life, your practice, your business? Where are you asking for that? Plant in the soil of magic and watch it blossom over this next 4 weeks. Okay. Now on the 12th, we're going to welcome in the Chinese New Year. And while I do not practice Chinese astrology, don't you worry, I'm looking for somebody to come over and talk to us about Chinese astrology. But I do love the symbolism of the ox this year. I feel like it is brilliant and beautiful because the ox this year represents a year for us where we are going to work hard. It is going to be a time of fierce determination to get ourselves building, not rebuilding, but building something new. So Gemini, for you, what are you building rather than trying to reconstruct from something of last year? What are you building that's fresh? It doesn't have to be new, but it's fresh. Think about this year of the ox, that metal ox, steady, sturdy, and determined. And this is the energy that can help guide you as we welcome in that Chinese New Year. Beautiful. Now on the 14th, it's Valentine's Day. So even if you don't like Valentine's Day, I love Valentine's Day. So I'm just going to send you some Valentine's love from me to you, whether you like it or you don't like it, okay? But on Valentine's Day, we've got Mercury, your ruling planet, who is retrograde, in a conjunction here with Jupiter. So this is sweet conversations, going back over sweet memories. This is in the ninth house as well, that conjunction. So you could be going back over contracts, opportunities, legal things, travel plans, all ninth house things become considered here. I particularly love this energy. If you've been sitting on a project, or you've been sitting on an application, or you've been sitting on an opportunity for training, go do it. Mercury here is looking back at that decision. You didn't take it on before, or you did take it on before and you're like, this isn't right for me, or you didn't and you're saying I need to move forward. In conjunction with this Jupiter energy, it is a beautiful day to make love to your life and put yourself in the direction that you would like to be going, okay? On the 17th, we walk into our first Saturn and Uranus square of the year. Now, Saturn is over here in the energy of Aquarius, so lighting up that ninth house space, okay? And we've got Uranus over in the energy of Taurus, lighting up your 12th house space, so just behind you, just one house behind you. Now, they're going to hit this square together at 7 degrees, okay? So map that out on your chart so you can see that 7 degrees. And if you don't have your chart, click in the description box down below and get one, or go get one from astro.com that's free or something like that, okay? But you want to know where these are ganging up in your chart specifically so you can see where they're asking you to stimulate action. This square is not a time to resist change. This is a fixed energy square, and they are coming between each other or coming against each other. They both believe that their ideas are correct, but instead what this square is asking you to do is to take this clash of these fixed body titans and allow yourself a step-by-step, methodical, commitment, patient-laden approach to what you're trying to get done. Do not resist change. Attempt to be as flexible as is possible for you. That will help you not to overreact, overcompensate, or to overdo something that doesn't need to be. The tension is here on purpose on this day. You will pick up a new commitment. You will pick up some kind of responsibility, or you'll take on that responsibility. And one of the things that I think of in fixed energies as well is that when they square, they're saying you've got this habit, this belief, this behavior that is outdated and it doesn't fit here anymore. This isn't working. You can see it. You can feel it. They are clashing, even if it's against you and something at a social level. And you're going to be ready to get those out of the way so that you can progress forward. Saturn's in Aquarius, which it rules, co-rules, but then this is also coming against Uranian energy that is the other ruler of Aquarius. So this square is about what's in the way of your progress forward. So take a look at that this month. Let me know what's coming up for you around that in the comment section down below, okay? On the 18th, we're going to see the sun move into the energy of Pisces. Now we're going to start to put some heat and some love and some attention on your career space because the sun wants to be seen. It wants to be acknowledged and recognized. You're ambitious and motivated here. So everything that's been happening through your ninth house season is now ready to translate into that work, into that career zone. Now, if you're retired, if you're unemployed, if you're not working, this is also about what are you doing in public? What do we know you for? What's your reputation? You know, were you going through a legal battle and you were married and now you're divorced and we know you with a different title in public? In the 10th house, it is what we know you for just as much as the work that you're actually doing out there, okay? Now, on the 20th, 21st, depending on where you live, we're going to see Mercury, your ruling planet, come out of retrograde. So before you come rushing over to your ruling planet, asking for the accolades and asking for the gifts, remember, Mercury has got to come direct and breathe and resume his orbit a little bit. This is in that ninth house. So if any projects have been stalled, if you've been waiting to make decisions on something, or you've made all of these decisions, but it felt like it hasn't been moving, you've put in those applications and you haven't heard anything. As Mercury is direct now, you'll have the opportunity to start hearing back more and more and more, especially as he continues to move forward. Now, Mercury's coming out of that retrograde at 11 degrees of Aquarius. So where is that hitting on your chart? On the 25th, Venus is now going to join that sun into the energy of Pisces, so we're attracting into this area. Now, Venus, as much as anything, likes to bring money, and I like money and work. Capricorn South Node, okay? So that is something that could definitely be on your table, but Venus also is a fan of bringing romance. This could be a romance that comes from work, comes from something that you're doing in the world, or comes from, it doesn't have to be like a coworker. It can be. It can also be the love of the people that you work with, the love of the work that you do, and it can attract some really prominent, significant relationships into your life in the energy of Pisces. It's highly creative, highly, 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 so take advantage, okay? On the 27th, we're going to have a full moon at 8 degrees of Virgo. This will light up your 4th house space. So Gemini, this is saying that something has to be ended, acknowledged, or adjusted. It's an ending being brought to your table with this full moon. Virgo, a fellow Mercury-ruled energy, is good at picking up patterns. It's as good as picking out the details as you are, except for it says, here's the details, let's get organized. So in your foundations, 4th house is home, family, real estate, and property, but it's also your foundation. So in the foundations of your life, do you feel like they're set, or do you feel like they need to be reorganized? Are you using social media? Have you read the fine print of the social media that you're using? Have you read the fine print of the contracts that you are engaged in that are the foundation for your life, your business, your finances? In your actual home, this could produce a move or an ending to home in some way, shape, or form. Now, that could mean that you move. That could mean that the lease is up. It's time to sign another one. That could mean that something changes and you have to transition with the parental or family figures in your life as well. So pay attention to what it is, because Virgo is showing you that it needs to come to an end or an adjustment in order to get organized and be in the right set of pattern that is the most useful for you, okay? Now, as we end this month, Gemini, we're going to be ending under a grand Earth trine, having the moon here in the energy of Virgo. We've got Pluto over in Capricorn, and we've got Mars in the energy of Taurus. Now, a trine is a pocket of opportunity. So a grand trine is a big old pocket of opportunity. But what happens is that even though this is the opportunity and there is an ease provided here, you have to go to the opportunities. So between your home, between intimacy and joint resources, and bringing something to a close or to a transition, honoring your own creativity, where have you been offered an opportunity here to take advantage of maybe assimilating all of those things, coming into a conjunction with another person that ultimately builds the foundation of your home, of your platform? Where are you coming into a place where you've seen over the last year that in terms of joint resources, you really want to be more independent from some of these things? I'll be interested to see what kind of practical, earthy opportunities you take with this grand trine in order to make sure that these particular areas of your life, your 4th house, your 8th house, your 12th house, are combined together and nicely steady. So please keep me posted on everything that's manifesting for you throughout the month in the comment section down below. I look forward to supporting your journey. And no, I don't think that February is going to be the best month ever for everybody, but I think that this forecast is built to offer you opportunities to see how to take that evolved action, to think, to plan a little bit ahead so that you can look around and make decisions from that higher plane of consciousness of the things that maybe are coming into your life. All right, my beautiful friends, like this video, comment, share, subscribe. I love you a ton, and I look forward to seeing you in the next videos and all around the internet and the socials, okay? Bye, my beautiful friends.